Okay, so we're here today. We're going to cover a super unique grill, the Twin Eagles pellet grill. 36-inch grill made entirely 304 stainless steel. It's Healy arc welded with Twin Eagles high polished edges. Large grill, really state of the art. It really takes pellet grilling to the next level. The size of it, the control of it, as you'll see, we have 3 leads coming off of here so we can monitor 3 different foods at one time with it. You have a touch screen control board on the front. Settings to it is we can just set our temp on here to exactly what we want it to be. We can do the smoke setting is designed more just for typical grill and standard smoke. Smoke plus is when people want to get a little bit more of that wood-fired smoke into the food. You would set it on that. They also have a sear plate setting. What the sear plate is we take out on the inside of the grill and open it up, put in a searing plate, and then we have a little bit more direct flame, high heat right to the steak or whatever we want to grill right over top of that. So you could do the sear plate. Sear plate also, depending how hot you want it to be, has a low, medium, and high setting, so you can really crank the heat up or have it down a little bit. The next setting on the control board is going to be charcoal. So instead of having a sear plate in there, we can put a charcoal basket in there, put charcoal in, get it lit, and then the fan will just blow some air through there to keep that fire good and hot. When you are using the charcoal, you do want to operate it always with the lid open. You also have in here where you can go to pre-programmed settings. So if you wanted to do a lamb roast, we can go ahead, punch that in. We want to do it, let's say medium rare. It will set our probe for 136, the cooking at 400 degrees. Put your probe in, it'll end up running it. When it gets to there, it'll back it down for you to hold. But you have all different settings in here that are pre-programmed for whatever you want to do that way. So you do a lot of different programs that you can do. We can go back. You can also set a timer that if you want it to run for so long and then shut down, you can do that. You have a low temperature alarm. It will alarm when it is done. You can also, on your phone, it is Wi-Fi, so I can monitor it when I'm away from the grill. I can adjust it when I'm away from the grill. So if you had to run to the store, you could monitor the grill while you're gone. Underneath, you're going to have a couple drawers. These are going to be your drip drawers where the grease is going to run down into the disposable trays. You have a little bit of storage in the front. You're going to have a large drawer here to store pellets in or whatever you would like, and they are soft closing. Then you have 2 more on the side also for plenty of storage in the grill. Side shelves, if you're in a spot where you don't have a lot of space, they are fold down shelves. When you get inside, you're going to come with heavy stainless steel grates to it. You're going to have a full drip pan, which is going to give you indirect cooking the whole time. You get 3 racks for expanded cooking area. You can remove them. Our model, which I have it out because we're not going to use it today, but also has a rotisserie system. So you can go ahead and rotisserie. The motor's hidden, so I have no motors or anything on the outside. Very clean and sleek looking. You also will have lights for nighttime grilling. So what we're going to do today with it is go ahead. We're going to be doing some chicken. We have some chicken thighs, some chicken breast, some chicken drumsticks we're going to do. We're also going to bake some potatoes, do some vegetables, and do it all on here pretty much at the same time. Some things are going to start ahead of time, ahead of the others. So we're going to go ahead and set this because we're going to cook here at about 350 degrees today. So we set that at 350, hit our start button. We're just going to go on the regular smoke setting. So we have old hickory pellets, 100% hickory pellets, into our hopper in the front. We have that filled up. And it's starting to feed that in there now. We're going to let this fire up, and we're going to start prepping a little bit of the some of the chicken and some of the food here. One of the other things inside here is we are in a double wall, so it does hold a lot of heat in, makes it a lot more efficient that way. We have a high temp gasket that you would use a lot in commercial applications, which is on here to seal up the outside of it. We're going to go ahead and let this heat up, and we're going to come back and start prepping some chicken. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, the grill's heating up, it's lit, we're up to 151, 52 degrees, and it's going to just keep climbing. We're going to go ahead and start prepping, getting the potatoes on. We did pre-wash them. So, I'm just going to set them on this rack. Pretty large potatoes. A lot of times people feel they have to wrap them in foil. Not going to have to on here. Indirect cooking. We're going to hit them with little duck fat. It'll help crisp them up on the outside, also help bind our seasoning to it. We're going to hit them with a little bit of that. Today we're just going to use a little all-purpose from Killer Hogs and season them. Over. Another nice dusting. Close this up and let that continue to heat up. Now we're going to go ahead and going to inject some of the chicken today. So we got, as I said, thighs, breast, and drumsticks, and we're going to use some of Cosmo's wood-fired chicken injection to it. Going to keep a lot of moisture in, so I mixed it up, and we're just going to go ahead and do some injecting here. And on the drumsticks, I'll come in from the bottom, under the skin. See that pump up. Move that needle around a little bit in there. And one more. Definitely add some good flavor down in there, and also moisture. Then we're going to go ahead and we got some skinless breast here that we're going to go ahead and do some. Put in, I keep pulling the needle back. Okay. So with the breasts, we're not going to put them on quite yet. So we reached our 350 degrees. We are going to go ahead and get the thighs on. They're going to take about the longest, and we're going to season them up today with the Three Little Pigs Touch of Cherry. One of my favorite as far as for on chicken. But we're going to go ahead and season these up. I'm not going to inject them. We're just going to do them straight up and simple. And I'm just going to put some on the back side for the bottom and also across the top. Now you could take, and a lot of people like to take and peel this skin off the outside and get some seasoning underneath, which is very good, but we're just going to keep this simple on the thighs today. Alright, so the thighs are seasoned up. We're going to go ahead and put this, get these thighs on here. And then on the breast and the drumsticks, I'm just going to use a little bit of Three Little Pigs all-purpose rub on it. Just give a nice little dusting. There you go. We're going to wait about 10 minutes or so to go ahead and put the drumsticks on here. Let the potatoes cook a little and the thighs start cooking, and we'll put the drumsticks on, throw the chicken breast on. And then when we're basically done, we'll come back, season up the peppers and get them on and going. But you know, I can go do whatever, sit back, just let the grill do its thing. Really don't need to turn the thighs, but we will end up turning them a little bit more just for color. But you know, they can just sit there the whole time and cook like that. So we'll be back here in a little bit, get the others on. All right, so we're back. One of the things Twin Eagles Grill also has is a running time. So it's real small here, but it will tell you how long the grill has been running. So when we went in, I checked the time. It's been about 15 minutes that the thighs have been on. So we're gonna go ahead and get the drumsticks on here. And we went ahead, we seasoned up the breast, so they're all ready. We're also going to go ahead, I didn't get this done here before, but put the probes in. So I'm going to do one probe right now for in one of the thighs. Get down and deep in it. I'm going to do one here second one for drumsticks. Put that on there, and then we'll use the other one, the third one, for our breast. So we're going to close this up, let this go while end up getting the breast on here in a little while. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We got the breast on. I ended up moving the potatoes back a little bit. I'm going to soon get ready to put the peppers on. I'm going to go ahead and flip the thighs here. I'm going to hit them with a little bit of the duck fat. That'll help get the skin a little crispier for us. Good. So we're going to go ahead and close this up and let this continue to cook a while. Alright, so we're cooking along here real good. The thighs are getting up in that 165. Our drumsticks caught up to it at 164. I usually like to cook them to 175, 185. It helps break it down, becomes more tender there at the bone. So our breast is 121, we're going to run them up to about 160. So we're going to go ahead and get the vegetables on here. Some of the sweet peppers. We're just going to hit them with a little duck fat. You can use oil, whatever, just a little, again, something to bind some of the seasoning to. And we're going to use something I use a lot on salmon, but it's a nice sweet rub, is Raging River from Dizzy Pig. Just going to give a little dusting of that on some of these peppers. Go ahead here, we'll flip this over, see how that skin side's looking. Oh yeah. Yeah. Looking good. Roll these guys a little. You can see they cook so even that we really don't need a roll. Chicken breast. So we'll go ahead, we'll close this up, give that about another 10, 15 minutes. We should start to get to be about done. All right, so we're back here. The thighs running about 183, the drumsticks about 190, and our chicken breast running about 155 here. The vegetables are done, so we're going to go ahead and take them off here. Get our potatoes. perfectly baked potatoes. Take one of these little thighs, we'll cut into it here. Full juice. Now you could take and sauce them if you wanted barbecue sauce. You could certainly lather them up with some sauce now that they're done. Let that cook on them. But for us, we're just going to go ahead here today and eat them this way. Beautiful chicken thigh, chicken drumstick. Juice just pours out of it. Super juicy. Chicken breast. As juicy as can be for white meat. So there you got it, pretty simple. Letting it on there, no grease fires. Just let it go, do its thing. And we're gonna go ahead and eat lunch here today.